All right, sir, I'm detecting a bit of an attitude, and I've had a bit of problem with you all day long. I'd suggest you kind of take a deep breath and try to get rid of the attitude, because then if you don't, you may cause me to have to get an attitude too. So,
Well, likewise, take that deep breath, do the same thing. You know what I mean?
excuse me?
I said same, do the same thing. Take that deep breath. Goose fraba.
So you refuse to tell me where you're located. You refuse to tell me
That is
your
under threat,
address.
ma'am. That is under threat over a speeding ticket when you kept arguing with other people. I've been on this call patiently waiting at work. Patiently waiting. When I called because I got a reminder this
Disconnect him
morning
from the
out of
call. I'm not
town,
going to
and I
allow
was
him to
trying to
disrupt these
reschedule this.
proceedings anymore. Missy,
I
disconnect
was
him.
trying to reschedule it, so
State of Kansas versus William Wayne Phillips with Jared Regier for the state. Mr. Phillips, in count one, you're accused of speeding 86 in a 65 mph zone. That is a traffic infraction, no jail time, but a fine. And then count two, driving while your license was canceled, suspended, or revoked. That is a B misdemeanor normally, but the county attorney on August 1st of 2024 filed an amended information alleging that not only were you driving while suspended on May 21st of 24, but that you did have a prior driving while suspended conviction from August 23 in Wichita Municipal Court. That prior elevates this from a B to an A non-person misdemeanor. It increases the fine from $1,000 to $2,500 maximum, and it requires a minimum must serve 5 days in jail up to 1 year in jail. With that minimum mandatory jail time, are you going to be hiring an attorney, sir?
With that, my license has been suspended due to being out of state, and it's no longer suspended out there. Like, I've been going back and forth with California for 3 years over this, and it's no longer suspended. And all I have to do is go get my license here, what I've been told from.
You can hire an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed. But now you told me you were the supervisor of a company there, so I'm not sure that you'd qualify, but you can always apply. You could waive your right, though, and represent yourself, and we can either set this for trial or give you some time to talk to an attorney. What would you like to do?
In the beginning, you said something about obtaining a license, though, because this is just the
you're
first.
Thinking about, right? Okay, you're thinking about when I was talking to the group probably about diversion. If you get your license, you can maybe qualify for diversion. I'm not sure you'd be successful. You can always check, but it looks like with your speed, you're probably outside their guidelines. I think I saw something to suggest that. Maybe not. Yeah, I think you're outside the speeding guidelines, and I don't think they divert on second time driving while suspended. But again, I'm not the one that decides that. It's not even my program. It's strictly up to the county attorney. You can always look and see if you'd qualify, but from my years in this business, I have a hunch you're not eligible.
Well, if I need an attorney, I'm not going to get one from you guys. That's most definitely.
All right. Well, our taxpayers will appreciate that. Okay, so you're going to hire an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll make a note that you're hiring an attorney. And let's put this on a Monday.
Yes, Judge, that'll be October 28th.
Can it be scheduled after that? I won't be back into this area for the next like 2 or 3 months. So
I'm not gonna put it off 2 or 3 months, but I can move it up. Do you want to try to do it before you leave? When are you leaving?
I'm already gone. That's the thing.
Gone?
Yeah. So I mean,
where are you, in California?
No, I'm in Independence, Kansas.
Well, that's not that far.
It is when I have to work. I mean, the only reason why I've been driving back and forth with no license is because I have to feed a family. You know what I mean? So,
I understand what you mean.
and that's not an excuse. That's a reason, so.
All right, give me that date again.
Farther out than October
No,
28th,
no, I
Judge?
don't want to do
Okay.
that. Now, how long are you going to be in Kansas, though?
How long am I going to be in Kansas?
Right. Are you leaving state for any reason with your work?
No, I won't be back around El Dorado for like 3 months.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm detecting a bit of an attitude, and I've had a bit of problem with you all day long. I'd suggest you kind of take a deep breath and try to get rid of the attitude, because then if you don't, you may cause me to have to get an attitude too. So,
Well, likewise, take that deep breath, do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
I said same, do the same thing. Take that deep breath. Goose fraba.
All right, Mr. Phillips, do you know what my title is?
I do, but that doesn't give you the right to belittle me or anybody else in your court. You
All right,
have a code of conduct.
Okay,
you have to follow.
I am finding your conduct contemptuous because you're interfering and disrespecting the process and the court. You are hereby fined for direct contempt of court, $100 cash payable in 1 week to the clerk of the district court.
That's fine.
And if I have any more problem with you, it's going to go up a little bit more. And if I have any more problem with you, you can go to jail over it. You don't seem to be respecting or appreciating this court. You've drunk. I can't remember if I saw you smoking. You've eaten since this hearing started. You've rolled your eyes. You have just been totally inappropriate. You've complained that you can't be here when I tell you to, that it's inconvenient because you're maybe a couple hours away. Some of these people are in other states. I had someone from Australia on the docket here recently. So don't tell me.
That's not this case. That's not this case. This is my case, not their case.
Yes, it is. And that's $200 for contempt. You better get a clue who's in charge here and why you're here. It's because you were allegedly violating the law. I didn't go out and find you, and you are not to respect to any court or disrespect to any court that way. $200, Mr. Phillips, due in court Monday, or you can serve 3 days in jail if it's not paid by 1 week from today.
1 week from today.
This is my final order on the subject. $200 to the clerk of the district court 1 week from today. And if it's not paid.
So is it Monday or is it 1 week from today, which would be Wednesday? Because you're going off of business days, correct?
You're ordered to be in court, in the courthouse. August 21st, 9 a.m. You are to be in El Dorado, Kansas, at 201 West Pine, the Butler County Judicial Center.
So you're making me appear under duress and coercion and threats of incarceration, pretty much. I'm just trying to understand this, because before you were willing to do it, and then you said I had a disrespectful attitude, but I've been listening to you, ma'am, all day, just drilling everybody. I'm a supervisor on a construction crew, and I don't even drill my guys like that or their family members. I know this is being recorded, so I would like a copy of this because I'm going to take this to an attorney.
You are to be here in person at the Butler County Judicial Center, 201 West Pine, El Dorado, Kansas, 9 a.m., August 21. I have found you in direct contempt of court for your attitude, your comments, your disrespect, your delay of the proceedings because I'm having to take extra time away from others to deal with this arrogance and the eating and the drinking and so forth. And you owe the court
I don't owe you nothing. I owe the court and the state of Kansas. See, that's your problem. You're taking your own personality into your law, and that's not appropriate. That is not appropriate. You were talking to some lady about her mother forgetting and then grilled her about her forgetting. That's not her mother's position. That is that
$500
lady.
cash.
Can we hurry up and get this over with?
$500 cash for direct court.
That's fine.
$500 cash for direct court. And
fine.
I am ordering you to surrender yourself by 2:30 today to the Butler County District Court. 2:30 today.
I cannot do that.
Well,
Because
then
you're
I'll
making
send a sheriff out to get you.
Because you're putting your personality in this, man. I'm going to hire an attorney. I am going to get off this Zoom, and I want this sent to my email. I know your deputy is listening, and I demand this footage because I'm going to take this and I'm going to appeal all of this. You have been delaying the court the whole time.
All right, I've given you my order. Disconnect him from the call. He better be here or the sheriff will go out.
I will not be there.
All right, the sheriff will
under
come get
threat
you.
of
What is your address? Where are you
and threat
located?
of imprisonment.
Mr. Phillips, where are you located?
Not here.
You refuse to tell me your address and your location?
That is under threat and incarceration. I want my attorney present.
What company do you work for?
It is none of your business. You will be informed through my attorney. My attorney, yes. I need you to state your name for me.
So you refuse to tell me where you're located. You refuse to tell me
that is under threat, man. That is under threat over a speeding ticket when you kept arguing with other people. I've been on this call patiently waiting at work. Patiently waiting. When I called because I got a reminder this morning out of town,
I'm not going to allow him to disrupt these proceedings anymore. Missy, disconnect him.
I was trying to reschedule it.
All right. William Wayne Phillips.
Yes, sir. I would just like to apologize for my actions. The reason why I'm here, I was having a really bad day, and I let my mouth get the better of me, sir.
Okay. We'll address that a little bit more in a moment. This is State of Kansas versus William Wayne Phillips. It's case number 2024 TR 1376. Mr. Phillips appears from the jail Zoom location, Devin Canfield, as prosecuting attorney. I do see in this file an order and sentencing finding defendant in contempt of court and order to take into custody due to disruptive behavior, apparently on August the 14th before Judge Webster. Review the court's order. You were found in direct contempt of court multiple times, Mr. Phillips, and I appreciate your apology for having a bad day, but orders have already been made. Court first fines the defendant $100, then increases to $200, and then finally $500. Said fine still does not dissuade the defendant from his ongoing contemptuous conduct, so the court orders him removed from the call by the Zoom administrator, and the order was fulfilled. Court orders any law enforcement officer who may find the defendant, wherever he may be, to apprehend and detain him till he can be brought before the court for further sentencing on his subsequent direct contempt of court, failing to appear at 2:30 p.m. this date, as ordered. Well, that was a really bad day, Mr. Phillips.
Yes, sir. I work out of town, and I suffer from bipolar syndrome, and I left my medication at home, and it was just one thing after another that day, and I let my mouth overrun my intelligence, and I tried to make it here on time, but I was working out in Independence, and when I came here, I felt that if I would have turned myself in, it would have been more bad than it was good. And then I just made a snowball get bigger, sir.
So eventually you were just picked up on an arrest warrant?
Yes, sir. I was picked up on Thursday.
On Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where were you picked up at?
In Wichita, in Mays. I was leaving the company I work for, their yard out in Goddard, to another location, another job site. And then that's how I got picked up, sir.
Okay. So when did you arrive in in the jail in Butler County?
Monday is the soonest they came and got me, sir.
Okay,
Your
well,
Honor.
apparently you didn't see a judge on Monday then?
No, sir.
All right.
And
Anything about that statement that you would contest regarding how long he's been in jail, Mr. Canfield?
Your Honor, I was looking through the booking sheet now. I've not been able to find exactly when the defendant was booked into our jail, but I have no reason to believe that that's incorrect.
And I could pay the $500 upon my release today or whenever.
All right.
I just want to keep my job. I'm the only one that works in my household, and you hear this all the time that the longer I'm here, the more jeopardizing that it goes to my family, and that's the only. I understand I did wrong, and I need to be reprimanded for that, for my actions, and like I said before, I truly apologize. There's no excuse for it, sir.
What about these underlying charges, Mr. Phillips? I know we've talked about the contempt, but not while we haven't talked about why you were in court in the first place. You had a speeding charge, 86 and a 65.
Yes, sir.
And you also had a driving while suspended, a Class A misdemeanor. Apparently, it's not your first.
No, sir. I've been working with the state of California to beginning of August. I had paid all my dues to the California to release my license, which they returned to me because my license has been suspended for 23 years for no reason, pretty much. Yeah. And I finally got it resolved, and I've been in constant step on trying to better my situation with my driving and then also with my license, trying to be productive in every way that I can within, society, if you would. And it was just,
Are you wanting to try to get your license reinstated before trying to resolve these charges? Is that your goal?
that's my goal.
Do you intend to do this on your own, or do you want the court to consider a court-appointed attorney?
Wait a second. Did you say I tried to get my license on my own or an attorney?
Well, handle this case. Are you going to, it doesn't appear that you've had an attorney appointed in the past, and I don't even know if you qualify for one.
No, sir. I planned on getting counsel through Charlie O'Hare's office.
Okay.
O'Hare in Wichita.
Okay, well, I encourage you to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and establish a date then on a future calendar. How long is it going to take you to get this attorney hired and get this business taken care of, Mr. Phillips?
So Thursday when I got picked up, we had just moved from our old house. We were moving this weekend. So a lot of that has been tied up in that. But the sooner I can get back to work, the sooner I can set everything into motion. Like I already have a couple of $100 saved up for the attorney. And then I'm trying to figure out how to go about, because in California, you have to call a number, which is their driver's license helpline. And I'm not sure how to do it here. I don't know if I have to take off work to go to the DMV, or if there's a number, or if there's online service I can do. I don't know how to go about it.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Phillips. The court date I have for Judge Webster, who's pretty upset with you right now, is not until December, but I think I really want to keep track of this case and set a court date much, much sooner. So I'm going to set you on an expedited docket with a different judge, Judge Lee. You can explain your situation to Judge Lee at that time. He can do appropriate future scheduling if necessary. But I'm going to set you on a docket 1:30 p.m. on September the 20th. That is a Zoom docket, Mr. Phillips. Now, you've handled yourself very appropriately today, Mr. Phillips, and I appreciate that. But when you get on with Judge Lee by Zoom, because this is a Zoom docket, so you can participate from the road, but you need to have good audio, good video, and participate fully September 20th at 1:30 in Judge Lee's court. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't think we have a...
Thank you.
Are there some standard Zoom numbers for that docket, Mandy? Because he's not represented, so I don't know how he's going to get the Zoom invitation.
I think I have to call, because when I did it before, I was calling to actually reschedule my court date. And when I called up here, she automatically gave me the number and the password. So
Well, as long as you're on this meeting with no excuses, Mr. Phillips. September 20th, 1:30, Judge Lee's court. Okay? You need to appear by audio and visual means and readdress your case, and then explain the situation to Judge Lee, and then he can do appropriate future scheduling if necessary. And in the meantime, if you can get the O'Hara firm on board, you need to give them that court date.
Yes, sir.
So September 20th at 1:30. All right, Mr. Phillips. I do note in the docket notes in this case from August the 14th that Judge Webster said, ordered the $500 fine to be paid to the court in 1 week or 3 days jail time served. Well, if your information to the court is correct, you've already done twice that. Sounds like you've done about 6 days so far.
Correct, Your
Is that
Honor.
right?
Yes, sir.
And you've certainly been in jail since Monday. I'm going to go ahead and order you released at this time on the contempt sanction.
Thank you, Your
I'm
Honor.
going to direct that you pay the $500 fine that you've already told the court you could do. So get that paid within 1 week from today. Better yet, right away.
Yes, sir.
And get that part of your contempt order discharged. Sounds like from the wording of the order of sentencing on this contempt that you earned every bit of that fine.
I did, Your Honor. Every single bit of it and jail time.
Rude, personal, insulting, and disrespectful comments. Just no place for that in the system, Mr. Phillips. But you've done so much better today, I'm willing to give you another chance.
I appreciate you, Your
And I
Honor.
would hope that if you ever appear again in front of Judge Webster, that you start off with the same sincere apology that you started off with this court today.
That's what I planned on doing, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Phillips. Now, if you have other holds on you, I'm not releasing you from those. But when it comes to the contempt hold or any hold in this particular traffic matter, I'm going to go ahead and order you released. Let me see if you had a bond.
It said no bond.
Well, now I'm going to place you on an OR bond.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
I did speak with the clerk's office just before this hearing, as I did not see any notes about a bond set at the last hearing. The clerk's office let me know that a bond of $500 cash was set, but as the court is issuing an OR bond today, I'd ask for a 1,000 OR bond.
That's court will adopt that recommendation. Court will allow Mr. Phillips to sign out on his own recognizance, $1,000 amount, which means if you don't show up next time or in the future, Mr. Phillips, you're going to owe an additional $1,000 on top of everything else. But the bond is established in the case at $1,000 OR with the next court date, September 20th, 1:30 p.m. by Zoom with Judge Lee. Okay.
I have a question, Your Honor.
What is it?
So I'm getting released and then I have to pay 1,000?
No, well, you can if you want to, but really you're signing out on your own recognizance, on your own promise.
Okay.
So you're not having to put up money today, but you still have to pay the $500 fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we're on the same page. You need to get
Okay.
that done within the next 7 days.
Yes, sir. Will
If
do.
you don't have any other holds, you should be able to be released today, Mr. Phillips.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
And again, I apologize.
Apology accepted by this court anyway.
Thank you, sir.
We'll move on to another matter, Mr. Phillips. Have a good afternoon.
Likewise, sir.